and do this exact same thing and release the libero. Something I was thinking about.
I'm sorry, one more time.
No, go
When
ahead.
I'm checking the card, it's 6 players
Yes, sir.
with the liberos on the bench.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
we're standing.
She's coming in, she's standing up in the back.
That's what I feel like.
Standing right there.
Between, I'm sorry, dog, let me back up. The libero substitution zone, or whatever you want to call it, replacement is between the attack line and the end line.
Okay.
So the regular substitution is the attack line to the net. And the libero has to go from the attack line to the end line.
Okay.
All right. And what was the question again?
So I'm doing checking line cards. The libero is not part of those 6 plays at that point.
No, sir. No.
Now the libero comes in.
After you
Check
check it, yes, sir.
Okay, it's just a regular substitution for the back.
No.
For the back
No,
row.
a replacement. Just basically, you don't keep up with it.
You don't keep on.
Yeah.
He got a barrel. And generally, where he got that circle, that's where they're gonna be standing at, or they're gonna run it, because they're going on the back row anyhow. They'll be at the end line, just
We
running
waive
one
on
of them 3.
Yeah, you can wait a minute, yeah.
So the bench is gonna take care of that.
Yeah, the table, they have a libero tracker. Yeah. Yes,
How
sir.
does the table take care of that?
They have a tracker.
Okay.
Just like you got a line of cards you're
Gotcha.
tracking,
Okay.
they have a person just tracking the libero. That's all they do. Yes, sir.
At the table, there's a clock operator, scorekeeper, clock operator, and scorekeeper, the barrel tracker. And if a team's gonna use a tracker, use a libero, they must have a tracker unless the other team tracks for them. So if Team A comes to the gym and don't have a libero tracker, you ask them, you tell them, either they can track for you. Sometimes the people that keep the score, some of them good, they do both of them, but they must be tracked by someone.
But I don't list a libero on my card. Gotcha.
Is that counted as one of the 18 substitutes?
Oh, you don't keep track of his stuff.
The tracker.
They come in a ton of time.
Yeah.
Come in and out, you can't leave the back line.
Okay.
Question,
Yes, sir.
since he's a defensive player, he's not allowed to serve or
Yes.
nothing like that?
Yeah,
Do
we
we-
gonna get- I'm gonna get into that. No, that's a good question. 'Cause, yeah, I'm gonna get into that. So basically, any questions about the libero entering the game before the game or anything like that?
I see him sometimes jump up and forget to do this thing right here. Oh, I forgot to get the coat.
Yes, sir.
Let the new people know about how sometimes when the libero changes spots in the back row, how they might just see 2 regular players swap out like that sometimes, but
That's gonna confuse.
Yeah,
That's gonna confuse.
I'm gonna explain it, but it's gonna be confusing
Until you see it.
until you see it.
I'll point out to you.
Yeah, your trainer will, like me, I'm just telling him, they will try to explain that to you when it happens. Putting it up here on this board, he ain't really understand.
It really.
I'm gonna ask, or I'm gonna tell the guys that if I'm not at these clinics, at these scrimmages, I can't make them all, I got them scattered.
Move on with that.
I'm gonna ask
Okay.
whoever I got assigned in charge to ask the schools to use a libero, even though they may not use one during the year, so we can train you, especially you new guys.
All right, so your mentor will pretty much go over that, because like I said, that can be confusing.
While Bruce is looking at that, when I do assign these scrimmage, if you're an R1, you're in charge of that scrimmage. If you're an R2 and everything other than R1 on that list is gonna be R2s, you're just a regular person.
Well, there's actually 2 or ones on there we can change if you want to, but usually
I'm gonna change to 1.
up to 2, you mean just 1. Okay.
I don't want 2 people in charge. You have a mess, you do that.
All right, on page 45, just drop down to Article 5, and then I will be through with this. On the libero serving, and I think he asked about that. The libero is allowed to serve in one position of the service order. If you remember Arthur's lineup card, and this will kind of help you understand it. You can say service order 1, 2, I'll just stop right there. That's service orders. You got 6, correct? The main thing, that's why you gotta have a good libero tracker, because, once again, these are service orders. 1, service order 2, service order 3. You're not keeping up with it. Once again, the libero, you're not keeping up with it. But what this is talking about, if this is 16, once again, you're not keeping up with it. If the libero comes in for 16 in this service order, once again, you're not keeping up with it. But if the libero comes in for 16, that's the only service order they will be able to serve in. Once again, service order 1. Once again, you're not keeping up with it. The table is keeping up with it. Hopefully, if the libero serves in the 2 spot, hopefully that tracker will let you know before they serve. Preferably, they will.
Okay, if they don't, you discover.
Long as
You probably ain't gonna know. You
I
probably
mean,
gonna be
really,
off.
we don't worry about the barrel.
Yeah, see, that's,
I know, the barrel tracker's responsibility is notify us if they do something wrong.
there you go.
Because we, like you said, we don't keep track of it.
That's why I keep saying it. That's why I keep saying it over and over.
But some of this stuff you're gonna need to know to pass your test,
Oh, right.
or need to know where to find it in your book.
Right, okay.
Yep.
I know to find it now.
So you're gonna have to read it.
Okay. Yeah, I've been reading it.
So you got, they only can serve in 1 service position, but basically they can play anywhere on the back line.
Oh.
So they can come in for anybody back here, as long as they stay back here. But serving, they only can serve whatever service position that they serve. Oh, and if they go out, basically, for 1 rally, yeah, 1 rally. Serve. All right.
And that's supposed to be, and really the table's supposed to be watching that
What would
too.
happen, and I know it could happen to me, it could happen to a lot of people. If the libero served out of turn, served in the wrong spot, and the tracker didn't catch it, and you go on and play,
For
you
how-
know, 5 or 6 points or something like that, and then she catches, would you go back?
Yes,
What would
sir.
do?
You gotta take however many points they
Take
serve,
all that minute they did from the
Oh, you
wrong
take
side,
them
take
points
it away.
away?
yes,
Long
sir.
as it goes.
But you
You
gotta,
bet.
it would, that's why I said that, not that instance, but that happened in a championship game.
Get out of here.
In a state championship game, we were watching right before ours, and it took them at
10
least
good minutes,
10, yeah,
Whoa.
and that was the state championship.
So, you go back to where she was wrong and take all the points away.
Go back to the
Yep.
next legal serve, the last legal
Last
serve.
legal one.
Take all the points and take it all away.
It can be a mess.
Yeah, it could be.
As
And
long
they lose
as-
the ball,
as
and
long
a
as
point
she's
goes to
still
the other
serving.
team.
If you moved on to your next service, you can't go back in.
So,
Ricky, do you?
catch it during her turn.
Our turn.
Right, exactly. As long as you catch it during her turn, if she's got 10 straight points, and they catch it before she finishes the service, you can go back.
Yes,
But
sir.
once that next server rotates around, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Okay, that's a good.
If it happens, Ray, that what happens to you.
You can't take it off. If she moves,
If somebody else serves,
if she's still serving, you take off.
ball goes to the other side, then comes back over here, too late.
Okay.
Do you remember back when here at South Bramble, we were holding a scrimmage and this lady that I thought was from Chapel Hill come over and jumped all over me about how bad my officials were. And we had made such a mess at Southern Vance by taking points off. That's what happened at Southern Vance. And we did it right. I investigated it after she come out with that stuff. I went back and looked and found out we did it right. Points. No, she jumped on me about them taking points off and all that stuff. I let her talk. She went about her
That
business.
was rented out with Kip.
Question.
And this was a lady, was a junior JO coach.
Right,
That was cross.
right.
That was the problem, right there. But she made me believe she was big wheel.
I know scared you did.
No, I didn't do it. She ain't gonna intimidate me, why?
Hey, you know, she thought you Chapel Hill.
I thought she was Chapel Hill, so what? But that's what happened, and it was done right.
Yeah. All right, Gene, and then Mr.
Okay,
Leroy.
given that person served right now, served out of order, scored, serves the last winning point of the match is over. Can they go back and protest it at that point?
That's a good question. Match is over.
There is no protest.
I mean, she's still serving, she was serving.
Oh, but you said we didn't call that set.
Game's over.
And once the next play happens, no.
I think that's.
It's just like betting
I'll
out.
have to look. Gene, I'm gonna have to look it up.
Sign the dotted line, says the score's right.
Once the book signed, you leaving the court, it's over.
Yeah, but this.
Well, it's just a set. Just say it.
Oh,
Just
set.
say it's a set.
Yeah, it's set, it's over.
But I think if you
You
sign,
can't ask the hard question.
You're supposed to have to sign, you're supposed to sign the book after each
The
set.
match
Right.
becomes
But if-
official.
Once the book is signed.
She's initialed and
I
no
mean,
change
this
of
comes
score
up
shall be
before
allowed
you
thereafter.
sign the book.
All right.
Yeah, one
oh,
book signed.
read that one more time, Frank.
23, E, at the end of the match, the first referee shall whistle, give the end of the set signal, then whistle and release the players. The second referee then verifies the score by initializing the score sheet. The match becomes official when the score sheet is initialed and no change of score should be allowed thereafter.
Once you
So
sign it.
to answer your question, Gene, before they sign it,
Yeah,
you can change it.
Or you sign it.
okay.
Or whoever.
Or
Yeah,
R2.
for R2
Yeah.
sign.
So at the end of it, they say also.
So if he blow and beep and change sides, before you sign it, if you catch it, you can, beep, we got a problem.
Suppose they come up and say, look, they were out of order.
You gotta check it. If you ain't signed it, I might just say, oh, what?
Well, you ain't supposed to catch it in the first place.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You're not looking for it.
If somebody
He
else
said
brings
if
it
they
up.
want to.
All that must happen before you sign the book.
That's a good question.
So it's not our job to try to catch that, the way you can.
I think Lee just said something that I try to do in my game, but I just want to bring it out to them that will prevent what you just saying happen. If you check your score as you go along during the match,
Right.
things where you keep your book up. You need to turn around and ask them, your book matching? They say, yeah, it matched scoreboard, everybody got it right.
Books at the table.
Check it as it goes. Don't wait till the end. Don't wait till one time and add. Keep check on your table as the game goes. Don't check it after each point. When you get 5-2, 5-2, they say, yeah, move on.
So let's say if
That's right.
the libero is one that's serving, it's not, and it's not caught and serving out of order until they serve that final point for that match or for that set. Before I sign it, somebody comes up and protests at that point. Or comes up and questions it, at that point. We go back,
coming up?
let's say coach comes up and says, look, the libero should not have been serving at that time. And they served
Hey, hold on,
the last.
Score is not official until you sign the book.
Okay.
To both, sign the book.
No. you
Second
don't.
round.
No. He initials after each set. R1 and 2 sign the book at the end of the match, but R2 should initial each set. That means that he's verified the score and everything's supposed to be all right. Hopefully everything's okay.
All,
That answer.
all this will become more apparent when you see it.
Yeah.
Sitting in this classroom, you can listen all day, you need to be reading the book at home, but until you see it, then it's gonna say, oh, shit. That's what's going
It
on.
really confuse you no more.
Page 30
And,
explains about canceling points, when you can do it, when you don't. It's,
You pray you don't have a match where you have to go back
yeah,
and do that.
under the penalties, it's under number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, for an improper server or illegal replacement found in the set, loss of rally shall be awarded as soon as the improper server or illegal replacement is discovered and verified. So when improper server is discovered prior to the contact of the first serve by the opposing team, all points earned by the improper server shall be counted. When improper server is not discovered until after the serve has been alternated and the first serve has been contacted, there shall be no cancellation of points and no penalty assessed, and proper serving order as written in the score sheet shall be immediately read.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Sharon. Mr. G, you had something?
Y'all answer.
Okay, we answered. I think that was everybody. I ain't
I
lying.
was noticing the same thing.
All right, I ain't lying. Y'all good?
Yeah.
Y'all good? Everybody good?
Where you got?
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
will mention something to the new ones, they gonna confuse the hell out of you too when you see it. All of a sudden, at the corner of your eye, you're gonna see somebody running on the court, somebody running off.
That's good, no, good point.
I mean, it's gonna happen too.
Good point.
That's the libero going in and changing up, so you don't have to check them in.
Yeah.
Don't go that
Said
way.
that.
Long as they go before beep, but that run, sometimes at the last, like you said, the last minute, it'll freak you out.
And in the libero place.
Yeah, in the
Right.
replacement zone, as long as they go in there.
Ain't run in down there where you substitute.
Good, thank you, Dickie, that's a good
That
point.
was good.
One check and make sure you.
But once again, once you see a lot of this stuff, it'll make more sense.
I'll confuse you a little bit more. Give you something to think about, new people, give you something else confusing thing to think about. The barrel goes in here, comes right here, you got a sub right there. You know, that person just went in, whoever moved up there, you're gonna have a double substitution there. It's gonna look funky, but don't worry about it. The barrel goes in for 5 goes up against sub. And 5 moved up there and subbed up to, rotated up to the front.
Oh, he's going for 5, and 5 can do stuff for somebody else.
No, 5 goes back in.
Don't try to explain it out here.
Right.
I'm gonna lay it alone. Like I said,
Let you get on the court, you'll see.
anything else? Right now, on that. Chris? Chris is gonna continue on a little bit with the responsibilities of R2, but we covered a lot of and that. Then I get yours. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go over the responsibilities of the R2. This is what the new people need to concentrate on, and you second year people need to concentrate on and get better at. For your pre-match, the second referee shall, I'm on page 23. The second referee shall be in uniform at the site of the match no less than 30 minutes before the starting time. Assist the first referee in pre-match duties and supervise the placement of the officials' table and team benches. That's going to already be done. Don't you tell them where to move it. The only time you do that is if they're right up on the court.
Gotta be 6 feet back, right?
10 feet off? Yeah. 10. They really need to be 10.
Okay.
But if it's not enough space, then you can't do anything about it. Review specific duties and responsibilities with the score, libero tracker, and timer. That's stuff you'll learn in the scrimmages. And when you new people get a game with your mentor the first week, that mentor should help you with that, to review with the score people. Verify the starting lineups have been entered correctly on the official score sheet. The second referee has the sole responsibility to record both teams in starting floor position on his or her lineup card. The lineup submitted to the score from each coach are in serve order. And you'll see the coach come up and lay a sheet of paper down, the score, we'll start writing. I can read upside down personally, but if you're brand new at it, I would let them call it out to you with the first serve. That's something you can learn, though. Position. The second referee shall be in a standing position on the floor opposite of the first referee, outside the sideline boundary and back from the standard. This is a standard right here. I would get back a fairly good amount of space so you have a wide view. If you're standing right on this pole, you can't see nothing. So get back. If that's the pole, I can't get right here, but I would be first about right here, and you're gonna make your transition. Make a smooth transition. You don't need to be doing the choppy step. Make a smooth transition. During the live ball, the second referee shall move quickly to the side of the net opposite of the ball. New people, don't be watching the ball, please. And that's normal for when you're watching a ball game on TV or whatever, it's normal to watch the ball. You need to concentrate and stay away from the ball. During the set, the second referee shall assist the first referee by ruling upon situations which are clearly out of the first referee's view. For you new people, don't start reaching here. Let the first referee handle things. If you got 2 or 3 years in and you want to help, the second referee's specific responsibility shall be whistle and give the signal for calls initiated by the second referee, including timeouts, substitutes, and ball out of bounds for an antenna fault on second referee's side. You want to cover a timeout procedure here, or you want later? Later.
Go ahead.
Okay. You said go ahead and cover.
Go ahead.
Keep reading. Okay. Mirror the first referee's signal for each loss of rally point, violation, replay, reserve, or end of set. Assist the first referee by making sure a whistle is blown for each dead ball. Determine the alignment of players on the receiving team at the moment of serve. Determine net faults on both sides of the net.
Oh, good. New people. That what he just read, determine alignment of players on the receiving team at the moment of serve. Please, your first year, do not get caught up in that. What he's talking about, overlapping and stuff, we not even going to write that up there because we ain't going to confuse you. Because, if you're going to call it, you need to know what you call and who's overlapping and whatever. If they overlap bad enough, the coach is going to let you know. You need to learn it. But try not, don't be studying. I see some people stand up here, they're looking at this card
Trying to find one.
the whole time. You out there, you searching for stuff.
What is overlapping? I knew them.
That I just said I ain't want to talk about it. We'll show you when we go on the court at the scrimmage. We're gonna get them to do it. We'll show you exactly. It's gonna be confusing. It's better to see it actually with people, whatever, rather than try to put marks in here on the board. But after you do your first year, don't try to study too much on that. Your first year, we want you to get the subs in, keep the line up right, keep the flow of the game going. Get your net faults. Okay? If they overlap bad enough, the coach get it, then you all want to have a little talk with you and everything. All right.
Control the entry of substitutes onto the playing area. Check the lineup of each team for the lineup card prior to each set. Once verified, the libero may enter the set. Ensure that the head coach remains in the replacement zone, which is here, away from the 10-foot line back, and 6 feet to the sideline when standing during play. Manage illegal replacements, that's game management. Grant timeouts, substitutes, and requests for serving order. Indicate a warning at 45 seconds with a double whistle and instruct the timer to sound the audio signal at 60 seconds to end the timeout, or whistle if both teams are ready to play prior to the 45-second warning whistle. Instruct the timer to sound the horn. The procedure is the horn needs to be sounded before you start back play. It used not to be that way, but now it is.
But that's the table, right?
The table, yep. And sometimes you tap in there, they'll do it for you. In coordination with the timer, time 30 seconds for an injury or illness. Please don't stand there at 30 seconds. That girl's bleeding. You got to get her up. Leave that alone. Signal at the beginning and at the completion of a charged timeout how many timeouts each team has used. Test question. Notify the...
Who you signaling to?
If he's the R1 up there, how many each one is used to the R1, and the R1 is mirroring you back to let everybody know that we both know how many timeouts have been used.
R1 does it only at the end of the timeout.
Say it again.
R2 does it at the beginning and at the end of the timeout, according to and the R1 does it at the end.
At the end, correct. Signal at the beginning and at the completion of a charged timeout how many timeouts each team has used. Notify the coach when a team uses 15, 16, 17, and 18 substitutions. Check the score sheet for accuracy during each timeout. That's a perfect time to check it. And at the end of each set before you sign it. Verify and confirm using an informal signal to the first referee that the 24th point has been scored, 14th point in the 5th set, and that is a pointing towards the team that's fixing to have a chance to win the match or set. Here or here, and your partner will nod or whatever. Initial the score sheet after each set, and I did that. Indicate a warning at 2 minutes and 45 seconds with a double whistle followed by the timer sounding the audio signal at 3 minutes unless both teams are on the court. Determine, then notify the first referee of unsporting conduct violations by players, coaches, or other team personnel. Confirm with the score illegal player equipment or uniform and warnings, penalties, and disqualifications for unsporting conduct. Confirm with the score initial unnecessary delay warning and a second instant subsequent unnecessary delay penalty during a set by a coach, player, substitute, replacement, or team, and confirm it with the first referee.
What he's saying with that, make sure they record it in the book. If they haven't, you need to record it. At what time, what point of the game it was.
Notify appropriate coach of reason for disqualification. In the absence of a timer, timeouts, and intervals between sets. I can't think of nowhere we go without a clock, but you may have one.
You should have a watch.
Watch is called a black watch.
Just in case.
No, to me, but it's.
And conduct the coin toss prior to the deciding set. And that's your responsibilities. Something just right quick on what if you go back in the back of the book, somebody was asking about what the libero can do and can't do. If you go to page 79, look up the word libero on the right hand side, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections that talk nothing about but the libero. It'd be good to read. Thank you.
Yes. All right. We keep saying all the new people with it. I'm talking about all two. Now I've seen come playoff time, Ronald using all ones to do all twos, and they turn all two all to hell because they so used to being on the loud and not doing all two. So it ain't just new people.
That's true. We all should need to know how to do it. Some of us make it look bad when we get over there. Chris?
And the bad thing is, what Melvin said there, during the regular season, I got so many games, I have to use more of you in R1. Plus, you got a lot of younger people who don't need to be in R1. And when you get into tournament play, you go with the best, what you feel like is the best to do both. Remember, our first year and second year people cannot do tournament play.
And R1s, if you might feel that your partner or whatever you are to maybe can do the ladder, but if your partner really don't want to get up there, don't force them to get up there. Don't say, no, you ready to go.
No, exactly, 100%.
Don't do that.
Don't make them feel
No.
I think R2 is very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is.
Absolutely. It's more important in R1 basically, but you've got to have your experienced people making the calls on the hits. Because that's what the coach is going to fuss at.
Since what Ronald just said, that it will lead into what I was just finna run on, female ain't gonna be able to talk about that long. Ball handling. Ball handling, it's in the case book. You can go to case book page 100. A lot of ball handling a lot of times is judgment call in your case book. 100 in your case book. What we're talking about ball handling is where you're gonna call your double hits, your illegal contact, all that stuff. No. As an R1, you need to watch the ball to the setter or player that's finna receive the ball. No, you got to know where the ball is. Okay, you see a person hands already set like this, what's gonna happen when they make contact?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, do not judge your double hit just cause the ball has a rotation or revolving. No. That's not, some of them get ugly here and do like that, yeah, you know it. But a lot of times you go hear ta-ta. So that means you follow it and you got to listen. Okay, because when they set their hands one below the other, one comes in contact before the other. That's a double hit. That's your mechanic for that right there. You're going to hear them call it a whole lot. A ball must not come to rest for prolonged contact with any part of the body. See, girls, get here. All right, if that ball is still in contact with her when she do this,
She's heaving it.
she's throwing the ball. No, you should have a bump.
What's that explain the definition again, so people understand.
Prolonged contact. Prolonged contact is any rolling, anytime the ball rolls up on you, whatever, or any amount of time. It's not a minute or a second or whatever, but it's prolonged contact. Normally, what you won't call is that. Because you know the ball is rebounding off of the person. But you got to listen and look. But if they see, you see them doing that, they still got it, bringing, catching it in the palm of their hand, slap. But when I say you got to watch, get caught up sometime doing that, all they did, they ball fist and hit right here on the heel. That's not prolonged contact. You can have multiple hits at win.
First time over the net.
First time over. Anytime on one, anytime the ball is served, rather over the net, the first time over, I can play this ball, boom, boom, I can have 2 contacts. You don't have nothing on that. But if I play it, I get 2 here, I pass it to my partner over there, you get the same thing what we got.
Double hit.
Yeah, double hits. A lot of that was being missed. Like I said, you got this judgment call. You can't let them girls catch the ball. South Carolina was good for this, catching it over here, throwing it over the net. Throwing over the net. You can have prolonged contact with your hand on top of the ball. If they hit it and knock it down, you don't have anything. You see them catch it up here in the air and push down, what you got? The ball stayed in contact with your hand. So we need to get a little bit better at that. You know, because say you come to school, I come to South Grandma, I let them throw this ball all about three matches. Bruce come behind me, start eating them up. They're gonna get frustrated, whatever. But it ain't fault. It's illegal, but it should have been being called in the other 3 matches.
It's gotta be consistent.
Yeah, you gotta have consistency on it. Like I say, it's a judgment, but you got to learn what to judge. I remember, libero can play ball with fingertips, whatever. A win is illegal for the libero, or for a attack to be completed on a set by a libero.
She's in front of the attack line, the ball is above the height of the net.
And with finger action. Bruce, anybody else got anything on ball handling?